What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bekah. For those of you who are new, I am so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be sharing how our Disney trips have changed since having a baby / toddler. So let's dive in. To give you a little context, the first Disney trip that we took our baby on, she was 10 months old. We had planned to take her sooner, but of course our trip got pushed back and delayed. So 10 months was her first trip, and then her second trip was at 14 months old. So I have experienced a trip in the infant stage where she's not walking or anything like that. And then I've also experienced it with a younger toddler. So both sides I have experienced, and they were both very different trips. But a lot of the ways that our trips have changed really apply to both. So I'm just gonna jump into the first way that our trips have changed. Number one, and this is probably the most obvious way that our trips have changed, but our days move at a much slower pace. And kind of the second part to that is that we're making stops at the baby care center. That was not obviously a part of our trip before. And previously, before having a baby, Andy and I, my husband, we would just go, go, go. We're getting on and off rides all day long. We're moving through the park. We know our way around. I mean, it is just go, go, go. We have our little routine, and that's the way we do Disney. But since we had a baby, we're not moving at that go, go, go pace anymore. It is much, much slower. And those stops at the baby care center happen very frequently. So instead of getting on and off rides all day long, we are riding maybe 2 rides, maybe 3, just because we're stopping for bottles and diaper changes, and she fell asleep in the stroller, so we're just gonna walk around for an hour, things like that. So again, our days just move much slower, and not that that is a bad thing. I think when you hear, oh my gosh, our trips just are not gonna be the same. I had so many fears going into it, thinking that we just wouldn't have a great time or that it just wouldn't be the same. And it's not the same, but it still was really enjoyable in a way that we were able to slow down and enjoy the parks in a way that we hadn't really slowed down to enjoy them before. The second way that our trips have changed is that we are not staying out as late anymore. And I know that a lot of parents do have their babies and toddlers stay out, super late till park close, and that's totally fine. But for us, we know that being back in the room by 7, 8 o'clock is gonna work great for our daughter. So we know our schedule, we know our baby, and that's what's gonna work best for us. And so I don't think there's a right or a wrong, obviously, but that's just another way that our trips have changed. We are no longer staying out getting drinks at the bar at 10 o'clock at night. I don't know if we ever did that, maybe 8:30, I don't know. But same thing with fireworks. We would stay out and do the fireworks every night. That was just part of our day. And now that's just not part of our schedule. We enjoy being back earlier. We can put her down for bed, and then we can kind of enjoy the evening in our room, take dessert back, or if you have the luxury of staying at a resort on property where you do have a fireworks view, then that's an option as well. But our days just end a little bit sooner. But it also allows us to feel more rested, so we're not getting to bed at midnight anymore and then getting up, by 8, 9 o'clock out, ready to hit the parks at 8 a.m. We're able to actually go to bed a little bit earlier, so it is a little bit of a perk in a way where we don't feel totally drained and exhausted the next day. The third way that our trips have changed is that we are now experiencing new attractions that we haven't really experienced before, or maybe just hadn't had a reason to experience before. So a lot of the rides, like It's a Small World, they were just never our very first go-to ride, or like The Little Mermaid, or I don't know, those are amazing rides, but they were just never our go-to rides. And same thing, I actually need to double check on this, but the Disney Junior show at Hollywood Studios, I hope it's back. It might be, I need to double check, but that's one thing that unless you have kids, you're not really dying to get in line to go in the Disney Junior show. And it's just another attraction that I'm actually really excited to experience with our daughter. And so we're just able to really see Disney in a new way, kind of like I mentioned before. Another example would be parades, for instance. They've always been fun and exciting, but with a baby, it is totally different. The magic just triples. I mean, I can't explain it because you're sitting there watching the characters go by and you're pointing out, look, like there's Minnie, there's Mickey, and you see her face light up in the excitement and she's saying, Minnie Mouse, Minnie Mouse. And you're just able to experience the characters and the parades in a totally different way. So parades, attractions, there's just a new magic that comes along with it, and it's really, really special. The next way that our Disney trips have changed is we are now experiencing more character meals. So for us personally, we were never big on character meals, I think because we always felt a little awkward, just me and Andy interacting with these characters. I know there's so many adults who love interacting with characters, but for us personally, we always just felt like we just didn't know what to say, and so we always kind of avoided character meals. Let me know in the comments below if you're the same way about characters as an adult without kids. And so I feel like now going to character meals, we have a baby that the character can interact with, and so the focus is there, and it's so much more fun and enjoyable for us. And so now we're getting to experience more character meals that we've never been to before, and it's just kind of unlocked this new, I don't know, this just new options that we've never really had the desire to do before. So I'm really excited to continue adding to our list more dining experiences that are just gonna be even more magical with a baby and a toddler. The last way that our Disney trips have changed is that we are now packing so much more. Yes, to go on the trip in general, but also just getting out the door in the morning at wherever our resort is. I mean, you are now thinking through so much more when you have a baby, and not that that has to be a stressful thing, it's just more. It's just something else to think about. Before, we were able to just grab our magic band, grab our bottle of water. I don't know, we never took bottled water to the parks. What am I saying? But really just our magic band and our wallet, our phone, that was kind of it. And we just hit the parks. And now it's, all right, we gotta pack up the diaper bag, we need to pack a change of clothes, we need snacks, we need extra diapers and wipes, we need formula, we need bottles, we need, you know, I mean, all the things, and make sure all of that is packed in the stroller, grab her favorite toy, her passy. I mean, so much more to think through. And there is no just zip out the door real quick anymore. It is a whole ordeal to get out the door. And then right when you think you're about to get out the door, there's a blowout, or she spits up all down the cute little outfit that you had planned for your Magic Kingdom day. So there's always going to be something, but again, it doesn't have to be stressful, and I might do a whole video on packing with babies for the parks, because there are so many helpful little tips and tricks I've learned along the way that made our Disney days so much easier, just different products and things that really simplified our packing. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you would be interested in watching. But that's basically how our trips have changed, and I'm sure there are other ways. So again, let me know in the comments below how your Disney trips have changed since having kids. And maybe it's not just with a baby or toddler, maybe your kids are a little bit older. Let me know how your trips have changed with kids being in elementary school or middle school. I would love to know that as well, and just kind of know what's to come and what's down the road for us. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was, I don't know, helpful or just entertaining more than anything. So thank you guys so much for watching, and that is it for today, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.